This episode of the Game Changers podcast was recorded by Narmi Films. Go check them out for all your production needs. Hello everybody and welcome to a special episode of the Game Changers podcast. My name is Quinn Sergis and it's a privilege and pleasure to be here with you as usual. Like I said, this is a special episode of the Game Changers podcast with a special guest. But I won't introduce him to you, I'll let him do the introduction. Alright, special guest, introduce yourself to my audience.
Alright, so my name is Kadrian, Ernest. I am a unit manager, Surgical Life. I've been here for the last 6 years, but I've been a unit manager for the last 3.
Okay, great. All right. So, Kadrian, like I said, this is a special conversation. We've been meaning to do this for a while now.
Yes,
and, I was really inspired by, some of what I learned about you, but I want to hear, a little bit more about your journey. So I think we'll have that conversation and then we'll delve into some other matters as well.
Sure.
All right. So let's just speak off the bat. If I would say, who is Kadrian Ernest? I know you kind of mentioned it a little bit a while ago, but in terms of your background, who would you say you are and where do you come from?
So St. Lucian, of course. Not much to speak of background per se. I joined Surgical in 2019. Previously, I was a teacher before that. Right now, I am very interested in art, visual arts. A lot of people know me from my paint and sip. And well, of course, from insurance, which are the two main things that people tend to know me for, either one or the other or both.
Right.
And that's pretty much all there is to know for now.
Okay. So what inspired a career in insurance?
So I got into insurance quite by accident for the most part, as I think most people tend to do.
All right.
It was something that I decided to give a shot after someone told me it was a good career choice. And I wanted to try something other than teaching at the time. And it just happened to fall in my path and I took it on, somewhat reluctantly at first, but more so towards the middle part and very, of course, extensively now.
Okay, great. So there was no connection in your childhood or it doesn't go that far back?
I don't think anybody grows up and say, well, boy, I can't wait to work in insurance.
Right.
I don't think I've seen anybody who would tell their child, I can't wait for you to go to school and be an
You never know.
advisor.
You never know. Insurance could be the family business.
Oh, I think that's the only way people tend to get into insurance is someone has to discover what insurance is about and then kind of influence everyone else thereafter. Right off the bat, though, most people don't see the insurance industry as a noble career. But hopefully we can change that perspective.
Why do you think that is, though?
I think it has a lot to do with what people perceive insurance to be.
Okay.
It has a lot to do with our culture. Insurance, we're not an insurance culture. It's not a country where insurance is the biggest field. We tend to focus a lot on careers that are very specific in their nature. Doctors, lawyers, and these are fantastic careers. But they tend to overshadow a lot of the others. Insurance being one of those. So it's just an unsung kind of career.
Got you. All right. So you're a young man coming into the industry fresh out of teaching. I'm sure there were challenges when you just entered.
Yeah.
What was it like when you just entered?
Insurance is a very old profession. And so you have people who have done this 30, 40 years, 50 years. You have different personalities. You have things that were established before you, things that will outlive you.
Yeah.
And then you also have your own ideas. You have your own feelings. You have your own thought processes and you'd like to bring into the industry. But you have to fight against what's there already.
Got you.
Sometimes you agree with it. Sometimes you don't. That can be at odds. For the most part, that's one of the major challenges. Next thing is it's a lot to learn. It's a very deep industry. Like I said, it's very old. And so there's a lot of content in there. That was a major challenge is that content. Just finding your footing in the industry can be a little difficult at times, but you get accustomed to it pretty quickly.
Got you. All right. So I guess understanding the technicals was a bit of a challenge in the beginning.
Yes, it's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot of technicals. It's a lot of fine work. It's a lot of reading. It's a lot of studying. It's a lot of educational development you have to do in this industry. It's a constantly changing industry, but it's also one, again, that's very, very old. And so there's a lot of prior knowledge that you have to catch up on. And then you can start learning all of the new things that it offers every day. And again, you deal with people both inside and outside.
Right.
And so you have to do this while still being the best possible advisor, being the best possible co-worker, being the best possible leader.
Got you. So how did you get your foot into the door? What was the position that you got into?
So I started off as a surgical advisor, and I always tell people I'm still an advisor. Although I hold a management position, I still have clients that I service. I still sell my own policies. I still meet with my clients, and I still advise my clients. It doesn't take away from my management role, the same way I believe that my management role doesn't take away from my advisory role.
Got you.
I'm an advisor and I'm a manager, but I started off as a surgical advisor, and that was in 2019.
Got you. So for people who don't know, what is the role of an advisor?
So advisors are essentially your link between your insurance policies and you.
Got you.
They are supposed to ensure that you're selecting the right plans, you're focused on your career goals, you're focused on your financial goals, and that whatever you decide to take with the company is in line with achieving those goals. They're also supposed to guide you through the whole process of insurance, because again, it's a lot to know. So they are supposed to pinpoint the things that are relevant to you and allow you the opportunity to put those in place.
Got you.
So they're pretty much that liaison between you and the company.
Absolutely. Okay, so somebody's listening to this and knows nothing about insurance. Why should they get insurance and why is it important?
So a few things I always want to point out to clients. We focus on 4 major things that can happen when we speak of insurance. The first one is that life is short, or life is long.
Right.
That's your first 2 major setbacks you have. If you live a short life, you find that there'll always be unfinished business. You will have things that you were not able to get to do. There are things that you were not able to accomplish. There are things that you were not able to provide, and maybe you should have been providing, or you would have been around to provide. And so, if you have a short life, you will deprive your family of these things. You are deprived of these things yourself. And in that unfinished business, because there's a financial cost for everything, a lot of the time we find that unfinished business people have tends to fall back on the people that they leave behind.
Got you.
And that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to do with death, but it could be sickness, disability.
Right.
All of these things cut your life short in the sense that although you're alive, it's not the life that you thought you would have had. That financial burden, our job is to assist with it. Our job is to help you put things in place to allow you to, even though you have those setbacks, even though you have those bad times, you are still able to somewhat live the life that you're expected to live. Even if you have a full, long life, which is the other end of it, you will need resources to manage yourself when you get to that end of life period.
Yeah.
You get to that, what we call retirement. You get to that retirement stage and you still need to take care of yourself. You still have bills that need to be paid. You still need to provide for yourself and you still want to do things. Where does the money come from? Because we spend our whole life, now more than ever, we spend our whole life trying to manage what little money we have.
Okay.
And we don't have so much to put aside for the most part. So retirement becomes difficult. Insurance is also designed in some ways to help alleviate those problems.
Got you.
And then, of course, the in-betweens of life, like I mentioned earlier, the sickness, the disability, the loss of employment. It is really a structure that we put in place to help mitigate loss.
Right.
We are supposed to put you back to a financial position that you were previously if you experience one of those losses. So if anybody feels like they are prone or susceptible to any of these things, they need an insurance policy or 2 or 3. It has to be put in place.
Got you. So, but then some people might argue, okay, well, I'm fine. Nothing happens to me. I'm very safe. I don't need insurance. Maybe only vehicle insurance because they say I have to have that, right? But other than that, I don't need insurance. Right. I'm safe. What would your counter argument be to that?
Well, my question is, I guess they have a better conversation with God than I do at times, because I want to know if maybe he told them that they'll be fine. But because that's the only way you'd know.
Yeah.
There's never that certainty. And as long as there is uncertainty, there's a need for insurance.
Got you.
We live in that realm of uncertainty. We deal with risk all the time. Even if nothing happens to you and you live a full life, like I said, you're still going to get to that point where you are now going to need additional resources. And so perhaps sickness, disability, death, it leaves you alone until you get to your 60s, 70s. At that point, you're now dependent on yourself for your income or whatever work you would have done prior. It's very difficult to create that on your own. So we're here to just help create that safety net.
Got you. So you provide a service that safeguards people, basically.
Yeah, essentially.
Yeah. It's a security service. It's a financial security service.
Yeah. What we like to call it is we call it defensive financial planning. You don't find a lot of people focused, and especially now, people are focused on how can I make more money? How can I make what I have give me more? What side job can I do? What second job can I do? What business can I start? Where can I invest my money? And so all of these plans are catered to how do I make more money? But the bigger question that we tend to neglect is, all right, so I make this money. How do I stop myself from losing that money?
Got you.
All right. And so that's where we as advisors come in. This is where we come in to try and ensure that you have that defensive plan. So you make the money. How do you stop yourself from losing it now?
Got you, yeah. So you're protecting your assets practically,
correct,
right? In all ways. So not just if you lose it, but protecting it through a plan, right? So that you can safeguard it to your future. I like that. And I now personally have a broader understanding of what insurance is. Even if I do have a policy,
very good,
I still have a broader understanding of it. All right. So you've been in this industry for the past 6 years, correct?
Yes.
I know that during that time, technology has advanced. Even in that short 6-year period, technology has advanced very quickly. We see AI, data analytics, and, all these enhancements in financial planning. How has it changed during that 6-year period?
I can say that there is good and bad to that.
Okay, got you.
Let's talk about the good. The good part about it is that people are more informed than ever. People are able to find information. They don't need to ask anyone in particular for something. They can go online and get it. So you find that clients come in very informed about things. But the same source of information can be the same source of misinformation.
Yeah, I got you.
Which is the downside to it. So people see things and they get that knowledge, but they're unable to really put that knowledge into context. And so we hear a lot of misconceptions about certain things. I'd love to give an example, but there's so many examples of it. And without me going in depth and explaining something, it wouldn't make much sense. But we have to be careful what we read and how we interpret what we read. As much as knowledge is important, the application of that knowledge is what makes us human. It's what makes us unique to any service, anything you can get online. Is that application of it. It's taking that knowledge and actually putting it in your situation and deciding, okay, is this really the right fit for me? Because we see things, they look nice. We hear information, it sounds good. But does it really fit where you are? Does it fit what you want to do?
Got you.
And I think that requires that human touch. So the good part of it, knowledge is there and it should be used. It should be accessed. But we have to be careful how we apply it to ourselves because we may be doing it to our own detriment.
Got you. And do you think that financial misinformation is more dangerous than just lies?
Yes, I think it is because you make these decisions based on what you hope is going to give you good returns. And you realize halfway that you are the only one responsible for making that bad judgment call, because you believed what you read and you didn't apply it the way that it should have been applied. So even if we get information online, it's always good to double check it, especially if you have an advisor already and you have policies. Always check in, always find out what's going on with it. Don't just read up online and say, well, I thought that's what I had. Or it's always good to check, always good to ask a question. And that's what they're here for, is to help people understand what they have and to guide them along the right track.
Got you. All right. So it's important then to get the professional help so the professionals can showcase exactly what.
Yeah. And it's still very good to go online and get your knowledge and come, It's good to challenge your professional. Yeah. Challenge them. Ask them a question that they would not expect you to be able to ask. Right.
Yeah. And again, and that's a good point as well, because having background information is like studying before coming to class.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, that's basically what it is. So it gives a better informed experience and a better conversation between you and your advisor. Correct. So I think that is important as well. So
you're able to get more out of it.
Right. So do the study, right? But understand that there are professionals who can probably break it down better for you.
Correct. That's exactly it.
Absolutely. All right. Okay. So in terms of promoting financial literacy amongst clients,
right?
How do you help clients understand finances better? I know the world of finance can be very complicated for somebody who doesn't understand it.
Yeah, and it's a very broad industry, finance. Even insurance encompasses a very large area. But what we try to do with our clients is we try to expose them to the side of finance that is more risk related. So we speak of things like ensuring that you have that safety net. We speak of things like ensuring that your money is protected, ensuring your family is protected. In order for you to be able to protect all these things, you first need to understand what's at stake. And that is where we like to start off with our clients. There are presentations we take our clients through and we meet with them that will help them to put their own lives into perspective, understand where the shortcomings may be in their own financial plan, and then we start from there. I always like to tell my clients, we cannot solve all of the problems, but we can still identify what they are. And once you have that knowledge of what the problems are, you're more tuned in to finding solutions on your own, even beyond me, even beyond the company, beyond the insurance policies. Because there are things we can do for ourselves financially that you don't need to go to a company for, you don't need to find anywhere else. And it's in gaining that knowledge, whilst protecting what we can, you become more aware of your own finances and how you spend your money and how you utilize your resources.
Got you. So again, it's about education because you don't want, yes, you want to hold their hand somewhat through the process, but it's their life and they will have to live it for themselves, you know?
Very true.
So then, okay, we're talking about clients here, but we know that generally children are not the ones who come here to apply for policies.
Yes.
So then why is financial literacy so important in the broad scale, particularly in the school system as well? Let's go to the school.
So it's, when you really think about education, everything that all of your habits, all of the things you do start from a very young age. They're things that stay with you throughout your life. Now, we as adults, it's very hard for us to break a habit.
Yeah.
And children form habits very easily. So as opposed to having us break habits as an adult, just formulate it better as a child, develop good habits, and they stick with you. As long as that is our focal point when it comes to raising children in financial literacy, I think we'll have a lot better workforce, a lot better set of adults ready to take on the financial challenges of the world, and there are a lot of them. And you don't have to start from zero when you enter the workforce, wondering, okay, how do I open a bank account? Simple things like that. How do I fill out certain forms? How do I utilize my debit card properly? How do I open a savings account? What's the difference between a checking and a savings account? Right. How do I earn interest? Where do I save? Where's the best place to put my money? I've earned this income. How do I spend it? What is a budget? All these things are things that we should learn very early. Most people only learn that And if so early, they learn that 2-3 years into their career as a full-blown adult, with money be coming in, responsibilities, and it's too late to start teaching people as they get into it.
All right.
It's better to start a little earlier.
So then do you believe that financial literacy courses at school should be mandatory then?
I believe as long as it's something, I think life skills at school is mandatory.
Okay.
I think that should be mandatory. And whether we like it or not, finances are a huge part of our life skills. We cannot exist in this world without money. And it's something that is a pivotal part of how our life is going to go. So teaching that should be it should be a no-brainer that we teach these things in school.
Absolutely.
So I strongly believe that it's something that should be considered as part of a regular curriculum of life skills.
Absolutely. And I would agree with that. General life skills. And sometimes, school doesn't, unfortunately, prepare us for life. It might prepare us for like certain elements in work, but it might not prepare us for life in general, and that is actually sad, to be honest.
Some may say that nothing can really prepare you for life.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. I will actually agree
with that. Some may say that
that
nothing can prepare you for life, but we can at least try in the aspects that we know are coming. Finances being one of them, because we know it's going to come.
Absolutely. All right. So we're moving on to a segment that I really like. It's rapid fire question.
All right.
So it's called the quick hitters on this podcast. Mm-hmm. I try to tell my guests to answer as quickly as possible. Mm-hmm. If you have to explain some of your questions, that's fine. I'm not going to run you down and allow you to stop. But the idea is to have it as rapid as possible.
No problem.
All right?
All right.
So first quick hitter question, and it's right down your alley. Mm-hmm. Give me 3 quick financial tips.
Okay. Number 1, if you're saving, save with a purpose.
Got you.
Don't just save because you think it's the right thing to do, but have an objective in mind as to why you're saving. And also have a saving goal in mind. Number 2, I would say budget before you spend. Just a little extra one under that is don't spend on the day you get paid. Mm-hmm. That's important. You're in a whole different mood at that point. Number 3, you want to learn what your bad habits are with your money and recognize them. So when you see it coming, you know to stop. Because a lot of the time we ignore our bad money habits. So that's what I say would be my 3 tips.
Beautiful, beautiful. That was much easier than I thought it would be. I mean, I know it's right down your alley, but it was still much easier than I thought it would be. All right. Next question is more of a personal question. Who is your hero?
I look up to many people. I've never really considered anyone a hero. Mm. Well, an important thing that I think for life is that whoever you look up to, you look for one positive trait that person has and you take from it. And I've had many positive influences in my life. My current manager is one of them. And there are many others along the way. But you just look for one positive trait from these people and you take it and you adopt it. Mm. So I would say that because life is constantly changing and you're growing, I think heroes exist all around us. They don't have to be anyone grand or big, but it could be as simple as someone you meet today who said something kind to you and you wish that you could emulate that in yourself and you do that. So I think my hero is everyone who I interact with who makes me better.
Got you. I love that answer, actually. And that's the same for me as well. Good. Wherever you meet that can elevate you and change you into a better person would be your hero. That's a very good answer. I agree with that. Final quick hitter question. Mm-hmm. Who would you like to see on this podcast? I know a lot of people came.
A lot of people. A lot of people. I can think of quite a few, actually. I can give you a list.
Okay.
After.
All right. Sure.
If you but I have a few people I'd like you to speak with, I guess. In my line of work, I deal with a lot of clients who I think are all doing great things in their industry. From my personal gym instructor all the way down to small business owners that I deal with on a daily basis. I think all of them deserve to be on there. I think you can You can pick any 10 of them you'd like.
Okay, no problem.
So I'll give you the list after.
The broader my network, the better for me. I'm
No
not
problem.
complaining. I'm not complaining. You can give me the list. That's fine. I actually take that answer. Usually I ask people to give me a specific guess, but if I'm getting like 10 of them, I'm not going to complain.
You get them. No,
I'm not complain. The only thing is you have to help me get them.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
All right, no problem.
That's
no
not
problem.
a problem at all.
All right. So we actually quickly moving on to the back end of the interview.
Okay.
Somebody wants to get into your industry. Somebody's interested in finance and maybe interested in insurance in particular.
Mm-hmm.
What would your word of advice be to them?
Do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. Actually, if they want to start off in insurance, they can shoot me an email and I'll even help them get in. It's a rewarding career. I mentioned it a little earlier that it's a career that we do not speak of very often.
Mm.
It's not something that crosses your mind when you think of prominent careers or prominent people. It is a very underrated career. It is one that is both rewarding and challenging. It is rewarding in every aspect of the word. It is financially rewarding, and it is also ensuring that people are protected, which gives you that sense of comfort. I genuinely believe that I help my clients. I genuinely believe that they are in better positions as a result of what we offer them and what we put in place for them. I would never discourage anyone who wants to join the industry, as long as they understand that they need to do it, knowing that they have to care about the people that they're doing the service for. It's a profession of caring, and you have to care about your clients.
Yeah. Yeah, because the first thing people might think of, okay, how much money can I make and how lucrative is it? Mm-hmm. But I'm hearing that you should focus on the impact you should have instead of the income first.
Everyone who I've interacted with when I first started in the career, one common thread they'll tell you is focus on the people and the money will come.
Okay.
And it does. You focus on the people, you treat your clients fairly, and you operate in their best interest, and you will be fine.
Got you.
It will work out for you.
Got you. I don't see people as some people see people as a dollar bill.
Correct.
Or
never.
No.
Don't do that.
They're human first.
They are always human, never second. So they are people, and you do form a huge part of their life, whether they realize it or not, but you operate very heavily in the backgrounds of their life.
Right.
It's unfortunate that sometimes the time you come to light is the time when, of course, their family is in the most need of you. But your function is still very important, and it's a crucial function, especially when things go wrong. So it's a huge responsibility, but it's also a very rewarding responsibility.
Got you. Now you kind of touched on they could contact you. Mm-hmm. Do you mind giving your contact?
Yeah. I think if you want to get my attention, I think I respect a properly written email. I just respect an email. Okay. A good email can work. You will get my attention. I check my emails every morning between 9 and 10 a.m. Okay. So you will not be forgotten if you email me. So it's my first name _ last name. That's Kadrian _ Ernest @sagicor.com.
Okay, no problem.
You just send me an email. You can attach your resume. Let me know what your interest is, and we can take it from there.
All right. Beautiful. Yeah. So I really appreciate that, you do have a forum where people can reach out to you.
Yes.
And, I do appreciate that you actually answer emails. That's a big thing.
Boy, I try.
That is a big thing. That's a big thing because
you lose clients if you don't answer.
You're right. I'm guessing that is very, very important to you.
Yes, it is.
All right. So let's go back to the personal side of things. Mm-hmm. First of all, in the next 5 to 10 years, where do you see your industry evolving?
Insurance has been around for a very long time.
Yeah.
A very long time. And I don't see it going away. Mm-hmm. Insurance may change as it has before, but it never goes anywhere. As long as we are alive, as long as there are things that can happen to set us back, insurance will be around.
Got you.
As long as we have families, as long as we have dreams, as long as we have ambition, as long as we have love, there will always be insurance. Insurance is an industry that is designed to take care of people who need to be taken care of. And as long as that's necessary, we will be here. And I see the industry changing. It's becoming a lot more technical. It's becoming a lot more integrated with the technology. Things are becoming a lot more streamlined, and it's becoming a lot easier for people to understand and access that information. So I see that as a very good thing, especially in a developing country like St. Lucia, where it's necessary for us to take advantage of all avenues when it comes to building financial wealth for ourselves, our family, and of course, putting that security in place. That's crucial. And as long as we utilize what we have now in the form of insurance or insurance related products, because it's not just about the insurance, but anything related to it.
Got you.
In the next 10 years, not only do I see myself in a good position, but I see whoever take action now in a much better position.
Right.
Because of course we know these things are dependent upon time. Start now. 10 years not only going to look good for me, going to look good for all of us.
Right.
If you take advantage of it now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And now I spoke about the industry, but what is next for Kadrian?
Boy, that's right now I'm just working on expanding my insurance team, my sales team, my advisor team. I'm working on getting a few more people in. I would love ideally to see the careers of my advisors take off. And I want to introduce a few more people to the industry. It really is an industry that is not given enough attention by young people. It is a very good career. It is one that allows you to have flexibility. It allows you to have the autonomy. It allows you to build on something for yourself and just create something that could be generational. Like you mentioned in the beginning, there are people who take this career and pass it down to their children. That's very common in the industry because it is something that allows you to pass on your success. And for myself, I see that as the case. Besides insurance, of course, I have my art studio that I'm focused on as well. So we do invite everyone to come check that out.
Where are you located?
So we're at the SNS Plaza.
Okay.
Upstairs, Cream and Bean, that's Belkule. We do the paint and sip. We also have, coming on stream is adult art classes. So if you're interested in learning actually how to paint, not just doing it for fun, but actually learning the professional steps required to become an artist and to paint and create your own pieces. We'll be offering that very soon. So we have a lot of exciting things going on there. So we look forward to that.
I actually want to speak to you about that a little bit.
Tell me.
Because, I see that, one of your careers, I guess, is very, technical and you spend a lot of time at the computer, but I see that you also have a passion for art on the side.
Of course.
So does it help balance you out?
It really does. I don't think there's a case where one is more powerful than the other or more impactful.
Okay.
I think they both weigh on me very heavily in the sense that they're both important to me. And I try to give them the attention that they both deserve because it is two parts of the same. And it keeps me grounded.
Right.
Because at the end of a long day, dealing with people, sometimes all you want to do is paint. It's important to have that outlet.
Got you.
And it's also something that I very much enjoy.
Yeah.
Very, very much enjoy. And again, just so people understand what the career is like in insurance, it allows for me to be able to have that human aspect to my life. So I'm not just burdened by a career at a desk.
Yeah.
I am able to move around. I'm able to meet people. I operate a lot outside on the road. I operate from my studio at times. If I travel, I can operate from overseas. It allows for the flexibility. It allows for me to be able to be myself and live the life that I want to live and still be able to do something that I love and do things that I love. Because I still find time to paint. I still find time to operate my second business. And that's just how the career is set up. It allows for you to be a person and enjoy your life.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that for you, first of all.
Thanks.
And I think that is an important lesson to everybody. Find something that allows you to live. Because I don't believe in the concept of work-life balance, I believe that work is part of life.
Work is part of life.
Work is part of life, and you must find ways to, whatever you do, find fulfillment in your job.
Correct.
And
beautiful.
I'm hearing that you have found fulfillment and you will continue to find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So wonderfully said. Because that's very important what you just said.
Absolutely.
Very important.
Absolutely. Okay, bro, this is the end of the interview. And to thank you for sitting down to have a conversation with me.
Thanks for having me, man.
I appreciate your insights. I've not only learned more about insurance, but I've learned so much more. Learned a lot more about finances, learned a lot more about your job, your career. And I have a greater appreciation for my agent now. So,
you should.
So I just thank you so much, for this conversation.
Yeah, man. I appreciate it. It was a pleasure.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right, guys. So this has been yet another episode. Remember to like and subscribe. We have so many more amazing guests coming your way. And we have so many more amazing guests that have passed already. So feel free to view the videos. Remember, Game Changers is on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. Wherever you get your podcast, you can get Game Changers. Anyhow, as usual, stay hungry, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.